Welcome to episode 23 of Adventures in Inbetweening. Today I'm going to be talking about smoke. I've addressed smoke one time before, but this is specifically for the reveal of my yellow dinosaur on the right there. So let's look at some smoke reference. We'll start with Mickey's Circus from 1937. Mickey is going to be shooting his blunderbuss pistol here to create some smoke. And you can see that the first puff is small, and it's just got the simple light source on the bottom left there. As it gets larger, it's all moving outwards from the middle. And now we get a lot more complexity in the shapes, and you can see that there's several different pieces where the shadows have been accentuated there. And that's to show that the smoke has a lot more contour to it than it initially did. If they'd drawn it the same as the first part, it would look pretty flat with just one big tone on the bottom there. Keeps expanding outwards, 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 outwards. Now they do something interesting here. Instead of continuing to expand it outwards, they start to make it into more of a wispy smoke instead of a puffy smoke. And then when they get here, they actually start having the smoke move against each other. Now, I don't know if that was an artistic, conscious decision as much as it was just something that they did just to get the smoke off there quickly. Donald jumps in here, and this is economy of drawings in the smoke. I think there's only 8 drawings here with the smoke. You can see first we start with a big puff and a medium puff on the bottom there. Just 2 big shapes, pretty simple. Then we go into a whole bunch of interesting donut shapes, which is kind of funny. They all have holes in the middle, and that immediately gets into the smaller pieces here. We have a bunch of large, medium, and small relatively pieces, and they're gone. Bugs Bunny here does this is really just, I really find this smoke very appealing. It's got a terrific consistency to it. It's got a really nice design. You got a few little pieces there just for extra shadow. We've got this nice wedge shape where it starts out small and then it gets larger as the smoke goes in the distance as it gets left behind. And it's, yeah, we've got some nice multiples on Bug's legs there. It's just very tight, I find, this smoke, especially for TV animation where they were on a tight quota. This was just very efficiently done and very well thought out with an economy of drawing put into it. Just really nice appeal. I like those shapes. So I'm going to be revealing my yellow dinosaur here. First, I'm starting with the pixels. I'm doing this at 50 times speed here. I've got the pixels. I'm having them fall apart so we can reveal the drawing behind and put the smoke in there to help the reveal. Pixels, it's a lot of times, it's a very a different way of drawing sometimes where things are overly simplified in a way and just trying to make use of each pixel as much as possible. So here we've got the pixels splitting apart. I brought the pixel split into TV Paint. Now, you can see what I'm doing here is I'm drawing going ahead. I'm using the onion skinning a lot. I'm just doing straight ahead animation. So this is not animating between 2 different drawings. This is just starting with one drawing, animating next, animating next, animating the next. So that's why you're only seeing a red drawing on there. The green drawing is the character that's being revealed. So I'm not drawing to work towards that, but I want to keep that in mind. I want to know that that's what's being revealed. So as I'm drawing here, you can see I'm flipping a lot and flipping more and more as I go, because as the pieces start to break apart, then we want to make sure that they are, that the shapes are getting smaller and smaller. This is, how we're going to sell the idea of smoke dissipating, and that the direction is consistent. I don't want smoke that's going to be going all over the place. Basically, the smoke is doing this. It's moving up and out. And so I want to keep that consistent. You can see sometimes I'm putting X's on there. That's just to remind me when I get to the painting stage to not paint that area in. The X is an open space, and I remember it when I'm drawing the drawing, but when I get to the paint, it's more of a technical exercise, and I'm not thinking necessarily about, whoa, what's this filled in space and which is empty space. So like I say, a lot of flipping here. One thing about this too, you can see that I'm not playing this as I go through. I'm not pushing play. I'm animating straight ahead, flipping, do the next drawing. And I've done this long enough now that I don't need to consistently be playing it to see how it's going. I only need to see the previous frame. And then when I do play it, as I think I do here. Yep. Yeah, I know how it's going to look already. I know that there's the directions. I might tweak a few things. I do tweak some lines here. You see when I start painting, and there's some lines or there's some spaces where the tones don't make a lot of sense. So I'll draw some, or I'll paint some tones here, and then I'll draw the lines to match up to the tones. First, I'm just drawing or painting everything in with a basic color. Paint, paint, paint. Great. Now I'm just fixing up the final character a little bit, adjusting the tones there. And so now I'm painting my tones, and I'm keeping this to 3 colors, basically the main color, the tone, and then I'll just put on highlights at the very end. So you can see a couple places there I put tones with where there were no lines. So I'm not just actually going in and paint by number. I'm actually thinking about it. So here it is at full speed, at half speed. I like it, and there's the final version. Thanks for checking it out. That's Smoke in TV Paint, and look forward to seeing you next time. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.